Hey, MCE crew, the number of deaths in America has increased by 40%, and that has a direct impact on your ability to build wealth, believe it or not. We're going to get into it. Now, when I say deaths have increased, you might say, well, what is this? Elderly people, are dying in greater numbers. Actually, no. The demographic that we're seeing accelerated death rates in are ages 18 through 64. Now, mind you, the average lifespan in America goes up to 78.79 years. Let's just say 79 years, okay? And if you want to round it off to 80, go ahead. But even if you kept it at 78 years, we're seeing an increase in deaths from 18 to 64, a 40% increase. So at 64, you're over a decade. People are dying off over a decade sooner than the average lifespan in America. And that's troubling. But again, it also has a direct impact on your wallet, and you need to know how you need to play this, okay? Let's get into it. The head of an Indianapolis-based insurance company, it's a life insurance company, OneAmerica, said the death rate is up a stunning 40% from pre-pandemic levels among working age people, okay? We're seeing right now, this is a quote, we are seeing right now the highest death rates we have seen in the history of this business, not just at OneAmerica. The company's CEO, Scott Davison, said during an online news conference this week. The data is consistent across every player in the business. He's saying that this data is consistent. This is not an anomaly in the areas where they do business. This is consistent across the entire industry. OneAmerica is a $100 billion insurance company that has had its headquarters in Indianapolis since 1877. So go back a line or two when he said this is the greatest increase he's seen in the history of the business. Okay, so we're talking over a century. They've never seen an increase this precipitous. Why is this happening? I can't tell you. Okay, I have suspicions, but this is not the channel for that. We're just going to examine the financial impact to you. The company has approximately 2,400 employees and sells life insurance, including group life insurance, to employees in the state. Okay, so they're serious. They've been around a long time. They're well financed. They work with a lot of companies and organizations. They know what they're doing. Davison said the increase in deaths represents, quote, huge numbers, unquote, and that it's not elderly people who are dying, but, quote, primarily working age people 18 to 64, unquote. Who are the employees of these people are the employees of companies that have group life insurance plans through OneAmerica. And what we saw just in the third quarter, we're seeing it continue into the fourth quarter. So this is information that he initially gave out in the third quarter of 2021, but they saw it continue in the fourth quarter. This is a troubling new trend. Just to give you an idea of how bad that is, a 3 sigma or a 1 in 200 year catastrophe would be 10% increase over pre-pandemic. He said, so 40% is just unheard of. Okay, so how does this impact you? Well, for starters, I've explained on this channel many times that an insurance policy is a path to building wealth. Okay, it's a path to financial independence. Has a ton of tax benefits, has a ton of financial benefits where you can borrow money from yourself to finance your business, to finance your life. It's just got a huge amount of benefits associated with it. Most people do not know about this. They think of insurance, life insurance, as your relatives getting some death benefit. That's why a lot of people don't get it, okay? And don't get the type of insurance that has these benefits. Some people have term insurance policies. But look, let me give you the straight scoop on term. Term insurance pays out about 2% of the time, and that's because most people either convert to a permanent life insurance policy or they just let the policy lapse, okay? Because a term policy, let's say it's good for 20 years, most people are going to live beyond that policy. Now they're 20 years older. Insurance is tougher to get because they're older and they may have some health conditions. Insurance is predicated on your health. Insurance is predicated on this asset, your human body, okay? So these actuarial tables that are used to determine the cost of insurance and who can get it, you can best believe with a 40% increase in mortality across the board, not in older people, but starting at age 18, insurance is going to become more difficult to obtain. These policies that can lead to wealth, lead to you being able to greatly minimize the role the role that banks play in your life, okay, give you the ability to not only save money at a higher rate of return, but also to be able to access money in a tax-free way, especially when taxes are increases. All that ability is predicated on the health of your human body, okay, and it's also predicated on tables that determine approximately how long you're likely to live, and that's all changing here with these numbers. If you do not have the ability to get these tools into your financial plans, you can build wealth in various ways. Okay, there's not one way to build wealth. There are various ways. There's several tools in a toolbox for a reason. Start thinking about this. If you have any questions about insurance, mcenow.com. We'd love to answer them for you. This is not a sales pitch. This is just encouragement for you to pay attention to what's going on and how it applies financially in your life. Don't get locked out of obtaining this valuable tool. Permanent cash value life insurance. It is a definite alternative to a savings account. It blows a savings account out of the water with the tax benefits as well as the ability for you to access money in a tax-free manner and the ability for you to grow your money in a tax-free manner. If your money is growing in a savings account at a bank, which it's not because interest rates are so low, but let's just say it was, then over a certain amount you are going to get a 1099 for that, and you're going to have to declare that on your taxes. These insurance policies work differently. People are going to be locked out from this tool because of these rising mortality rates, okay? So mcenow.com, take a look at it. As always, look, I want to start letting you guys know if you're interested in getting into the financial services industry, go ahead and also contact mcenow.com. Look that up, and we'd love to talk to you about it. All right, guys, I'll talk to you soon.